So I think we can all mostly agree that the Play Store app sucks at having good mobile games. Sure, there are games that are entertaining and keep your interest for however long. There's just no real character development or intrigue anymore. I mean, I'm sure there's someone out there whose favorite game ever is Clash of Clans or Backpack Brawl. You know, the games that have aggressive microcurrencies. But while they're entertaining for a while, they never really hold my interest. It feels less and less like game developers actually care about their games and more like they care about the money those games happen to pump out, specifically mobile. But every once in a while you'll come across a hidden gem that seemingly no one else has found. A game developer that genuinely enjoys the world building and characters. And games like that are exactly why I want to make videos like this. The gameplay you see on the screen is a mobile game called Catastrophe Cafe. It's a cooking game set during an apocalypse where you make various strange dishes for various strange guests. Now, if this were just a cooking game, I would have lost interest long ago. I mean, most cooking games, their dishes are just the same old that you have to memorize to get right. Stirring dough for pie is the same as stirring mixing powder for a cake. But in Catastrophe Cafe, every ingredient has its own quirk and every dish is its own play-by-play. Also, the ingredients are just very fun and wacky. It's what really makes the game stand out alongside its pixelized style. Every time you feed someone, they have this sort of euphoric experience where they float around the screen and talk about how amazed they are at the taste. When this first happened, I legitimately laughed. It took me way off guard. When it comes to other jokes in the game, you have the running jokes, like Kuno calling it Madame, various random things when introducing her. And then you have the somewhat absurdist humor that matches the odd environment of the characters. It definitely works, although there are a handful of times where the translation doesn't quite hit. The developer of the game is this. A very clearly Japanese person. There are people. I don't know how many there are. Maybe they're clones. None of the games they've made were originally in English. We have to wait for the English translation before we're able to play them. From what I've seen, they have 3 games available in English, with the rest only available in Japanese. The English isn't bad in the slightest. There are just some things that I feel either get lost in translation or were mistranslated. Once or twice, Kuno changes pronouns, which I'm 90% sure is an accident. It doesn't ruin the experience or anything, it's just worth noting. Anyway, back to the actual game. Oh my god, I just want you to be a Pokemon, why? So Catastrophe Cafe has main storylines, of which I've only completed 1. And then staff member stories, of which you only get to experience when you do the staff meals. In the main story, you get introduced to characters that have overlapping stories, and one by one you complete their stories until you get a certain pink-haired story. No, pink-haired girl. Her story is the most important, that she interacts with all the characters, and you'll only be able to make progress in her story if those characters have reached a certain part in theirs. There's their story. I want to keep this as spoiler-free as possible, so I'm trying to be vague without giving away too much of the story. You get a little treat once your story is complete. For character stories, they shine a light on why someone like Kuno would be so attached to the chef. They're very wholesome and heartwarming. That also goes for some of the characters in the main story. While the majority of them are mostly funny, there are some that have the same kind of warmth to them that the staff stories do. Wah, Luigi. Wah, Luigi. Wah. Outside of Catastrophe Cafe and the developer's other games, the world keeps expanding. In fact, you'll get a lot of references throughout Catastrophe Cafe of the other games they have, my favorite being Parasite Days. I can't even remember how I found Parasite Days. I think it just popped up in my recommendation one day and became one of the many games that molded my standards for mobile games. Parasite Days is the first game that I played from the developer. It's chock full. Is that correct? Chock full. As in full of chalk. It's chock full of nutritional facts, romance, and adorable philosophy. There are 10 endings to the game, and I got all 10 before moving on and playing Catastrophe Cafe. The first thing I noticed was the jump in quality. I guess I'm reading like this now. Parasite Days doesn't look bad, but Catastrophe Cafe looks great in all caps. Something that's relatively the same between them, however, are the ads. The games are completely free. At no point do you have to pay to play. There's always the option, of course, but you can progress through them by just doing minigames. Before the ad plays, the characters will tell you that there's about to be an ad, which I think is a really cute way to segue the game flow. For Catastrophe Cafe, it feels like there's some kind of timer. I noticed that if I have the game open while I'm cleaning or cooking or something like that, and I come back to it, I'll have to watch an ad. But when you're playing the game, you can get through a good amount of orders before the ads pop up. I really like this, it makes the ads predictable. And since I get to play for a while before it pops up, I'm not very annoyed when they do. On top of that, it doesn't send you to Chrome or the Play Store after it's done, which is my biggest pet peeve when it comes to mobile ads. Well, I've run out of talking points. I just want more eyes on this developer. Their games are so well made and funny and cute, and I want more of them. All of them. Every single game. I think it's important to highlight and share the games that let us enjoy gaming, as opposed to the games designed to make money and be addicting. More so when it comes to mobile gaming. There are so many games that have lost its potential because instead of focusing on a good story or cool world building or fun characters, they focused on simple game mechanics that you then have to spend money on just to continue playing. It's not that I hate spending money on games. I mean, I do, but that's just because I hate spending money. I'll very gladly throw money at people for a full game that I then get to play limitlessly. But I hate that money became locked doors, not only from experiences, but from creativity itself. If game developers spent the same amount of energy they put into microtransactions as they do into the game itself, mobile games could genuinely be some of the best games out there. Of course, it's hard to blame the developers when it's the environment that surrounds mobile games that's really pushing them to make lower quality games. Take a shot every time I say game. And I don't mean to devalue games like Candy Crush or Project Muse. If you enjoy those games because they are kind of made to be enjoyable, I don't see it as a lapse in judgment or bad taste. I mean, my favorite song to play in Project Muse is Morbid Happy. I wouldn't have any room to talk there. In the end, game developers have to make money somehow. I would just prefer if that method didn't involve locking people out of content or making it impossible for poorer individuals to continue playing their games. I do judge games like we are not Illuminati though. There's no reason for an idle game to function that poorly, whether you're a casual player or not. Even if you exclude the fact that it literally glitches out or that you have to reset 1,000 times to unlock one other job, there is still the problem of there being an ad every 3 seconds that forces you into Chrome. Like, yeah, it's on brand, I guess, but thank you for watching this video. This is actually my first ever video. Yay! Oh, sorry. I don't think anyone is actually going to see this outside of like Aaron, hi Aaron, and Kaylin, hi Kaylin, and possibly Emily, hi Emily. And since I'm naming names, Griffin, hi Griffin. Hi. Sushi, I forgot your real name, I'm sorry. And Mom, hi Mom, I love you Mom. And Bubba, maybe, unlikely, but maybe, and Sky. Hi, Sky. I hope you enjoyed it, Sky. And I'd like to thank my animals, Tinsel included. Tinsel especially even, I would say. I don't have a schedule, and I don't know when I'll post a video like this again. So, comment grapefruit if you like the video, and if you think it's the equivalent of electrocuting yourself on live wire and salt my hair that you can't see. Anything in between can be neutral. That's a joke. You can comment whatever you like. I don't care. But if you're my family and you are seeing this and you have an account, if you don't comment something, I am disowning you. Want a break from the ads? I mean, I'm sure there's someone out there whose favorite game ever is Clash of Clans or Clams. Clash of Clams? Clash. Oh God, not the oysters. The oysters are clashing, not the oysters. Anyway, let me try that again. It took me very off guard. It took me way off guard. None of the games they've made were None of the games they made were originally in English. We have to wait for the English translations before they're able to play. Okay, anyway, I noticed that. I don't know how to read. I don't know how to do videos.
You notice that you don't know how to read? You're just now noticing that?
Yeah, I'm impaired. Is this autism?
It's something. It's not dyslexia. I know that.